Hello everyone, it's Serenity. So, today's video. I had already done a video basically describing that Jehovah is the God who is the most high over all the earth at this time, and also scriptures that show that Jehovah, again, and this Lord God in the Hebrew scriptures, or Jehovah, is also Satan. So I've been saying this, but the techniques, just so you know, that Jehovah's Witnesses, this cult, is truly a demonic cult. The techniques that are used and have been used are still being used by this cult. Okay, so what I'm going to do is basically go to the scriptures in Matthew chapter 4, where the devil and Jesus or Satan were talking back and forth. Now, I want you to really focus on the techniques that the devil used with Jesus and how those same techniques are being used by Jehovah's Witnesses in order to pull people in and have one's worship this fraudulent God, really. So, yeah, that's what we're going to do today. So, Matthew chapter 4. Verse 1. Basically, Jesus was fasting for 40 days and 40 nights, and he was hungry. So, this is when the devil, the tempter, the resistor, whatever you want to call him, this one who rebelled, comes to Jesus and says, turn these rocks into stones. That's the first technique, is getting someone when they are perceived to be vulnerable. Now, those of you who are Jehovah's Witnesses, were Jehovah's Witnesses, you know that in the theocratic ministry school, they teach you to look for ones who are in vulnerable life circumstances. So that would be maybe those who are having financial challenges, like who live in poverty or have recently lost their jobs, ones who are having family problems, ones who have recently lost loved ones. They teach you to go for these ones because they are at their most vulnerable state and they would be more receptive to actually listening to something that in a healthy mental and emotional state they would never entertain. So, same technique the devil used with Jesus, Jehovah's Witnesses use in order to gain worship for their God, who is the devil. Okay? The next thing is the devil basically wanted Jesus to throw himself off of the temple or put himself in a situation that is life threatening. How do Jehovah's Witnesses do that? Well, there's many, but first off is the blood doctrine. They have told so many people to put themselves in life-threatening situations in order to worship this God, Jehovah, or Lord God in the Hebrew scriptures. Same technique. Put yourself in vulnerable circumstances. It can even be politically. Put yourself in these circumstances that basically can kill you, that will take your life. Did Jesus do this? No, he refused. And this wasn't the only occasion, because when you're here representing someone who truly, truly has such high regards for life, you truly understand the sanctity of life. So, you will not put yourself in a situation where your own life is needlessly taken or given. Now, as I said before, Jesus was here to represent the true source and also the true Father. He would never put himself in jeopardy because he understood the sanctity of life. That's why in John 8, chapter 59, when they actually wanted to stone him, it says, then they took up stones to throw at him, but Jesus hid himself and went out of the temple, going through the midst of them, and so passed by. He hid himself because he knew the value of his life. He knew the value of all life. He didn't say, oh, come what may, I'm going to do this for mother and father. Yes, no, that would not be cherishing life. But this rebel, this Lord God, as well as Jehovah's Witnesses, this is what they want their followers to do as an act of worship. Make the connections. Lord God, Jehovah, Satan, same energy. They use the same techniques. Okay? All right. Another one. When Jesus basically was offered the kingdoms of the world. Once again, I said, because of who is the ruler of this world, Satan or the God of the earth could do this. He could offer them because they currently belong to him temporarily. All right. Now, how does this correlate with techniques? Once a technique that Jehovah's Witnesses use again. Basically, dangling something in front of the ones they want to worship this Lord God or Jehovah. So if you're not a witness, they say you're going to live for forever in paradise, or you're going to get a whole new family. These new people will be your new family, your new social structure. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be a paradise on earth now, even though it's not. Okay, that's one technique. The flip side of that is if you do wake up and you realize that this is BS and you leave or disfellowship, what they do is once again dangle a reward in front of you for worship to this God. So if you leave, if you're disfellowship, they're like, come back, come worship Jehovah, and you're going to get all of your family and friends back. All you have to do is come, love Jehovah again, and you can have your family. Same techniques that are used by Jehovah's Witnesses have been used by Satan himself in the Bible. Jehovah's Witnesses, you hold this book in high esteem, but you're still doing this. You're covering your face because you can't see what's right in front of you. The same techniques that Satan has used, even on Jesus himself, are being used by this cult, or what is parading as a religion when it's really a money-making business like all religions are. Wake up. Let the scales fall from your eyes. This is how Jesus let people see again. Because when you have scales over your eyes, when you're blind, you cannot see what is right in front of you. I want to say Jehovah's Witnesses, you are loved. You are loved by the true God and the true Father, not this counterfeit. You are their children still. And it's like you have been kidnapped. It's time to set yourself free. It truly is. Yeah. Just know you're loved. All of you are loved. Even those who, against all odds, made it out of what is a terrible situation. Okay? And you still need healing. And even that process isn't easy, and I understand. It's going to bring up all types of traumas, childhood issues, things that have been basically pushed down for sometimes decades. And once you are truly starting to heal, it's not always pretty. But hang in there, those of you who are kind of fighting and really trying to break free of everything that this world and this system who basically is controlled by energies who do not have, they don't have, hang on. Okay. They don't have your best interests at heart. They have their own interests at heart. So that's it. All right. As always, I love you so much. And I'm sending you my peace. Bye bye. Take care.